Good morning, good morning. This is Nikita Floyd, your nature boy.
Nikita Natureboy Floyd is an environmental talk show host, landscape designer, and visionary whose mission is to promote and educate the world on healthy living and the beautification and care of the environment, all while you're laughing at his antics. Nature Boy is explosive in his element with nature and with people. It is said that he is a cross between Martin Lawrence and Steve Irwin the Crocodile Hunter, rolled into one fun environmentalist who is serious about his work. Come and witness the man who loves the earth, Nikita Natureboy Floyd.
My name is Nikita Floyd, and here in Washington, D.C., they know me as Nature Boy because I love our environment. I'm a landscape designer, farmer, master gardener, and an environmental management major. Oprah from people who on fixed incomes to billionaires. They had one common denominator, and that is their gardens. Every day in our nation's capital, these fine groups of people entrust me, and they need somebody to talk to. They share with me their secrets, their thoughts, their views, and aspirations, right while I create their beautiful gardens and landscapes. It would be a dream come true if I was blessed to educate and entertain an audience about the health and picturesque benefits of all vegetation and our environment.
Having thus pledged yourselves to each other, I do now, by virtue of the authority vested in me by this great state, pronounce you Homo sapien and Hibiscus mochutos Bill hybrid. You may now kiss your bride.
And this is going green. Take care.
Mrs. Carson shares with me a personal story about poke salad.
Poke salad is a very strong plant. They can't eat it like regular greens because it's very moving. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what you're supposed to do is parboil it and then throw the water off that and then boil it again and mix it with other greens because it's very potent and it helps keep you regular. This is when son number 2 was coming and he was almost due. My mother-in-law came for the event. Okay, and so we were driving along and we saw some poke salad by the side of the road. And so we picked up, she picked the poke salad and prepared the greens. And I only had maybe an eighth of a cup because I had a quarter cup of greens, but a half of that was the poke salad, right? And 8 hours later, that child came in less than 45 minutes.
Oh, okay. Being a master of the brain, what does the landscaping do for your brain?
Well, anything that gives you peace improves the endorphins in your brain. It increases the endorphins in your brain. And
what does that do?
That makes you feel good. It's like eating chocolate.
And what does that do?
Makes you relax.
And what does that do? Longer life?
It makes you stop asking questions.
With the completion of this project, I have new friends and another job well done.
Okay.
And I'm looking for snakes.
Exactly. You have to care for this.
You said I got 20 minutes if I get bit by a snake, right?
Yeah, especially for the black mamba.
And then you're going to see me in heaven. You see everybody looking at me.
I saw them there. They're looking, the buffalo soldier, I think so.
They ready to fight. Look at their ears.
We just look at you, huh?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I see them.
See the father, he just got up. I'm going to come on back just in case.
And the one is moving behind of you. Now it's stopping. I saw when it was moving.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I'm taking on the life of a tree by consuming the enzymes of tree bark, acorn, roots, beets, greens, and my natural additives, all to make my famous beet and tree juice. Oh, but we all can live a lot longer if we're consuming trees. And I want all of us to be here 150 years from now, just like my cousin. See, this is what I'm talking about. 100-year-old Colorado blue spruce, and the spider mites just demolished it. We gotta get these defoliators. I'm mad as hell, and I'm gonna get them. And like as I said, you just take a stick, and we just look around for various bagworms. Here we go, bingo. That is what I was looking for, and they all in here. See this infestation? And look at the foliage right here. And then what they do is create a cocoon. There's silk that comes out of their mouth. It causes this foliage that they bite into it to stick together to make their cocoon. This is what you have to look for. And all those people who lose them, you didn't call Nature Boy. And that's why you lost it. Now this one, since it's about 2 inches big, this time of the year, insecticides really don't work because the protection, the actual foliage from the leaves have dried and hardened, and you would have to dump a ton of chemicals on this for it to even to breach this cocoon. And oh, bingo, it's a nice juicy bagworm. I mean, this bagworm is some kind of juicy, and they are destructive creatures. You hear me? Look at them coming out of there. Well, come on, these little legs that are very useless, but she stays there and she waits for the male to leave his cocoon, populate, turn into a moth, and come back and sleep with her. And I'm opening the bag all the way. All she does is just stay. Look at her. She just stays there and just suck and eat and eat and eat. Hey, this is Nature Boy here, your favorite environmentalist. And I'm going to give you my version of offshore drilling. This container of water right here, it is symbolic of an ocean body of water 3 miles outside of your favorite beach line. This blue bucket, it is an oil rig 3 miles outside of your favorite beach line. Now, while the technology is superb as it pertains to offshore drilling, you got to account for human error. Now, I do know when I'm on an airplane, there is no room for human error. But in this business, I guess it's acceptable. Now, I think it's time for a little bit of human error. Up, collision. Now, as this oil spew out into our ocean waters, did you know that 97% of all oil spills are about 1,000 barrels or less? But did you know that if it's 1,000 barrels or less, it doesn't even have to be reported? Is that per day, per week, per month? But I do know that only 5 to 15% of that oil is cleaned up, leaving a high percentage floating on our waters. I'm quite sure it has to go somewhere, like to our shoreline, especially after a big storm. Now, I do know when I was a kid, I used to love to go to the beach and swim, and of course, I always would accidentally swallow the water. Now, I want to ask you this question. Would you or would you want your family to swim in or drink this?
Nikita Floyd,
All of these stone walls I built as well.
started his Maryland landscaping business
I'm thinking about doing all knockout roses across here.
with a mower, a rake, and a dream. His strong work ethic is aimed, he says, at teaching discipline and motivating the next generation.
Everybody can't be a rapper or a basketball player.
To the African American community, what do you have to say?
It's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Dan Lothian, CNN, Temple Hills, Maryland.